people.
I think B looks better, or the one you have right now.
Okay, great.
Little less in your face.
Who's doing the giveaway?
Chad is.
Chad is.
I
Also, we're
am.
live.
Chad,
Yeah.
can you just, yep, Chad, so your role is just to come up with a great Star Wars trivia question.
Oh my
And
goodness.
someone's going to win a 3-night stay in a major city.
Whoa.
I know it's a really good
Wow.
giveaway. So, we're all
Mm.
going to be
Not a joke.
so done after this that everyone's going to be dying to stay anywhere. Although this is like, this is a good hotel in good city.
Wait,
But I'm
is
just
this
saying.
real? Are hotels still around?
That is the question, isn't it? So, Chad, you have to come up with a trivia question for us, if you would.
All right, guys, start your watch parties because we got 2 minutes till we get this thing kicked off.
It's like a plan. This is our soundtrack. Chad, did you find the watch party button?
Have a soundtrack. Amy, are you monitoring the live on our Story Collaborative account?
I will be.
Excellent.
All right, start this watch party. This is our soundtrack.
Hi, Grandma.
Chad, did you find the watch party button?
Grandma's watching.
It's spinning for me. Whoopee!
Live on our Story Collaborative account.
Will be.
Excellent.
All right, start this watch party.
That was me. Sorry for the echo. All right, I'm recording.
Yay! Yay!
I was watching some live training videos yesterday, and this one guy was like, you really need to understand that control is an illusion. Like, there is no way for you to control what is going on with the live video, not with, the world. That's also true. But
News to me. Yeah, that's great advice. I mean, live is pretty dang honest.
Right.
It's what it is.
You're going to make
Hey,
mistakes.
Melissa.
How's that?
How you doing?
Hey, D. Nice to see you, D. Finch. So we're starting watch parties right now. We'll just be another minute because I like to personally go through and just invite all my friends so that they know that this is happening. We like to have lots of friends on to ask us the hard questions. The ones that you don't think we can answer.
I am really excited about today's giveaway. Today's giveaway is a 3-night stay. I know. It's awesome. I'm going to put a little image here in our comments so you guys can see what we're talking about.
Awesome. Hey, Nancy and
answer-
Tiffany.
Answer a trivia question for it. So, hardcore.
It is a hardcore
Guys, I'm
giveaway.
trying.
Like
Oh, yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah, or Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Starbucks. Let's see. Hey, I found it. Cool. Now I go to share. Where do I go to do the watch party? I should know this, shouldn't I? Oh, and it's playing. I'm not a Facebook guy, that's for sure. I go on Facebook, and that's about it.
Yeah, I get you.
That is
I'm on
really
Facebook.
weird. All of a sudden, it stopped. Okay, well,
All right. Well, while you figure that out,
that's my
Chad, we're gonna
technology
get
right there.
going. Yeah.
Cool.
So
I like it.
awesome. Hey, everybody. Welcome to S+Marketing Live. We're here every Thursday at noon. And we are basically we're starting a new series today, and we have an amazing giveaway. So, what is S Plus Marketing Live? Well, we are here to solve your hardest, toughest, hottest burning marketing problems and help you come up with a solution. S Plus Marketing is marketing based on the ultimate human technology, which is Amy and Chad.
Humans, people, stories.
Stories are the ultimate.
Good job, guys. You get a point, each of you. So our team is here from Story Collaborative. Some of us are here today. We're actually missing Dave, who's usually with us, but there's 3 of us here today. We are a group of growth marketing consultants, and we're going to do introductions. So while we do that, I want to ask you guys to start your own watch parties. And I guess Chad may not be able to tell you how to do this, but how you start a watch party is that in the video you're watching, there's a share button at the bottom, and you can start a watch party from the share button. If you don't see the share button, you have to click on the video itself, and it will open up like a room, and then you can do it that way. My name is Jennifer. I am the web marketing strategist here at Story, and I'm going to give it to you, Amy and Chad.
Brilliant. So I'm Amy Alexander. I am our creative director. I essentially kind of watch the unification of brand stories and make sure that from the person answering your phone all the way to your brand colors and graphics, that it all tells the same brand story. And we have Chad with us. Introduce yourself,
Yo,
sir.
yo, yo. Hey, guys, I did this watch party for the first time in my life. I feel excited. I'm ready to seize this Thursday. And so, like Jennifer said, if you don't see that in the share button, you need to click on the video. And then and I've only had it happen in the app. So if you have the app on your phone, that's probably the best way to do it. And then you're going to see the share button, and then it's going to have this little watch party with the popcorn on it, or the little watch, or whatever it is. And it's going to say watch party. So do that and share a watch party. So there we go. And I am Chad Alexander, for those who don't know. And I am the video strategist with Story Collaborative. I do a lot of other things too, but that is my passion, and basically helping businesses figure out what to do with video. And it's a lot of fun. Should we say what this episode is sponsored by and
Yes.
provide the Jeopardy trivia question? Okay.
Yes.
So this week's episode 14 of S Plus Marketing Live, for those who are just joining us, is brought to you by Star Wars. And look, I've got the T-shirt on. I've got the mug. It's got the original trilogy on there. There you go. And for this occasion, may the Force be with you. It's May the 4th coming up, guys, Monday. And you know, it's a holiday, so my wife and I are taking off. Amy Alexander, who's also on the call. So Star Wars has sponsored this episode. Disney was very generous with their monies. They haven't given us anything, actually. They haven't sponsored it either. So Big Mouse, please don't come after us with litigation. We apologize. We're just really excited about Star Wars. That being said, Jeopardy today. It's a question that I want you guys to think about, because it's a 3-night hotel stay. So post-COVID, you guys are going to want to get out somewhere for 3 nights. It is, let's see, something that has to do with Star Wars. Okay, what was the original title of Star Wars? I'm talking about the 1977 version of Star Wars. What was the original title of Star Wars as envisioned by George Lucas? It's a long one, so don't be Googling now. Don't Google it. Either you didn't know it or you don't. And if nobody,
might be Google worthy.
well, and if nobody thinks about it, I'll think of another question that's not obscure. So.
All right, repeat the
on that, if
question
you will.
one more time, Chad.
Sure. So those who are just joining us, is S Plus Marketing Live. And for a 3-night stay, you have to answer this May the 4th Star Wars related question. What was the original title of the 1977 Star Wars? What was the original title as envisioned by George Lucas?
Okay, thank you, Chad. And this is a real giveaway, guys. We're not joking around. It is a 3-night hotel stay somewhere. I'm not really sure where, to be honest. But I think there's a whole list of different states you can choose from in different locations.
Yeah,
So
let me
it's the
share that
real
screen.
deal. Thank
I'll
you,
just
Amy.
problem if it'll let me. Let's find out. You guys are seeing all kinds of stuff right now, but
We
here's
can
the one
see
you want to
everything
see.
now.
Here's
Better
the
make sure
one.
that is clean.
3-night hotel stay. Destinations like Anaheim and Atlanta.
Oh
Atlanta's
no, we
open.
don't see that, Amy. We don't see that. We see
I'm
like
just seeing a teardrop.
we see
It's
a
sad.
teardrop. Yeah.
Anyway, um, it's a 3-night hotel stay. You can pick any major city like Atlanta. You can go to Florida, California, South Carolina, Chicago. Or I mean, it's just it's it's lots of great places. All the great places you'd want to actually go stay, and it's 4-night,
Yes.
4-star hotel. So yay!
That's amazing. So hopefully I
I would
will
like
win
it.
today because I could desperately need a vacation. We forced the kids out of the house today to do this call. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, they did leave because they are so tired of the rain. And you know what else? I have to say this because it is amazing. My kids and the neighbor girl, they all got together and put up a sign on top of cardboard boxes on the roadway. You know what it said? Worms for sale. Literally, they are selling worms. And you know what? We got an order off of the Nextdoor app for 24 large night crawlers yesterday. It was amazing. So that's what the kids are doing. But let's talk about what you business owners are doing. We're very excited. We're starting a new series today. This series is going to take us through May. And each week for the month of May and today, obviously, we will be addressing 3 marketing things your business should be doing. So, as a reminder, the beginning of this call, of this live, is kind of like Chef's Choice. We get to choose the question, but then we're gonna open it up so you guys can ask any question you want, any marketing or sales problem that you're having. We want to help you solve. So feel free to use the comments section and ask questions now. You can also go to storycollab.com/answers and ask questions any time of day or night. So if you're up at 3 a.m. with this burning problem that you didn't answer to, you can still submit a question at 3 a.m. on our website. So today's question is, what are the 3 marketing things your business should be doing to retain customers during COVID? So 3 marketing things your business should be doing to retain customers during COVID. Amy, Chad, and I are each going to take a stab at this question. And so I'm going to roll the dice and say, Chad, you get to go first.
Ooh, he's in the hot seat.
Oh,
Right.
man. I can't, guys, I can't even remember what I was going to talk about. And I apologize. I
think Chad, you were really excited about the idea of videos.
guys, I got so excited that we were going to do Star Wars today that I kind of got off track and forgot what I was talking about. Okay, yeah. So video, and it's about video, how to use video to sympathize with your audience and or empathize really, and really help reach them. So if you know there's an online series on YouTube called Will It Blend? It's by this guy who has a series of blenders that he's created, and he started this like about 5 years ago, and he just set up a camera one day, and he's a really cheesy guy, so it's super funny, and he just was like, well, I'm gonna show people my blender that it can blend pretty much anything. So he took like a iPhone at the time, which was kind of expensive. I mean, they're still expensive, let's be honest. And he took an iPhone or something like that, and he blended it, and it got so many views that he started just blending everything. He always takes the newest technology and does something with it, or he's got some like when the elections were going on back in 2016, he did some political satire and that sort of thing. So he's always cracking jokes with it, but what it does is it's showing the product off, and it's cool. He's got like slow motion photography showing it, like ripping it to shreds and everything. So just little things like that where a CEO can go into a room, and I know with with COVID-19, it's difficult to like get everything set up, but you can, go into your office and record a Zoom style call or Blue Jean style call, and for it to be pretty effective. We've seen schools do this with daily posts where they'll do daily videos and they'll just sit down and have a coach talk, or they'll have their head of school talk, and it's really really fun. And it requires minimal editing because they're short, and they'll put lower thirds on it and say, okay, Chad Alexander's here, and they'll just go talk about whatever. And this can really help you in this time when people want value add. I read a HubSpot post this morning that HubSpot increased their email frequency during this time to about by like 25%, something like that. And they saw that the open rate for their emails was about 25%. So even though they were communicating more frequently, people were like, stop bothering me. So I think in this time, if you were to do a daily or weekly video, but just have it to be a value add and just say, hey, this is how I'm feeling today. Here's what's going on. I think it could be very powerful, but you don't want to bombard your audience. But video in of itself is a very powerful tool. These days you can do it on your cell phone. You can do it with very limited equipment. I could give you several different sites that have free software that you could use for editing, and they do really well. So
I can go ahead and post
have at it.
some of those videos or some of those cheap editing software things in our thing. But Chad, you were talking to me earlier about empathy and how that's just a really important thing right now. So how is it that you envision doing some kind of video series that's really candid with maybe a CEO's cell phone that's around empathy with his customers? Is that kind of what you had in mind?
Yeah. So I'll give you an example. Our alarm company is local, and they actually called us a couple weeks ago. They called me on my cell phone. I'm like, who is this? So I answered and I said, hello. And they just wanted to know how we were doing. And they used the opportunity to update our contact info and stuff like that, but they were just wanting to see how we were doing and if there was anything they could do for us. And a CEO could sit down, or whoever, community manager, whoever you want to put in this video, and just say, do a personalized video. Our chief growth officer, he does it all the time, where he'll do a personal video and he'll say, hey, Chad, I want to invite you to this. So you could just say, hey, Chad, I am thinking about you and I hope you're doing okay. If you have any questions, just send me an email back. And these they can be 30 seconds long, 15 seconds long, and they don't have to be overly produced. What's happened with COVID is that it's really leveled the playing field once again in terms of quality. It used to be that if you were 4K, you were hot stuff in terms of video, but now everybody's using their webcams, and you're reliant on your ISP and however your performance is. So you might be getting 480i in terms of resolution. So it doesn't matter if it looks not that great, if it looks almost VHS style, as long as you're getting the message across of, hi, we care about you. We want to retain you as a customer. We value your opinion, that sort of thing. Does that cover it, Amy? Did I miss anything?
Yeah, I think so. No, I think that's awesome. I a couple weeks ago, so our girls, we ordered something called Raised Real, which is these like little organic frozen packets. They're like mini meals. They're frozen. I said that. And you heat them up really fast. It's a great option for us, especially because we're trying to feed two little bodies 4 times a day. And so the CEO of Raised Real sent an email out, and he just kind of talked about what's happening in his own life. They just had a new baby in the middle of COVID, and he was making a joke about how him and his wife were eating the Raised Real because it's delicious food, and he can't feed it to his newborn yet. And so it was incredibly empathetic, and it still pointed back to the product about how delicious it is, and even he's eating it. But that as a video would have been even more impactful, especially with his newborn baby, right? That would have been adorable. So yeah, I love that tip. I think that's great, Chad.
Good job, Chad. You said that HubSpot was sending out more emails, and I had this quote I read this awesome quote today by some guy named Bragman. I don't know who he is, but it was in, it was a legit like article. So it says this: we're getting all these marketing messages in our feeds that feel really gross, trying to sell us things we don't need by slapping on in these difficult times at the start of the pitch. But this guy Bragman said it's okay to say nothing for a while. So I just wanted to throw that in the mix. So Amy, what about you? The question is, actually, hold on. Let's take a quick break. Let's have Chad repeat the trivia question because we need somebody to win a 3-night hotel stay. So go ahead, Chad.
Okay. The Jeopardy question for today is, what was the original title of Star Wars, the one from 1977 that George Lucas envisioned? What was the original title?
Original title. Okay, without Googling. Try not to Google. All right. So Amy, the question is, 3 marketing things your business should be doing to retain customers during COVID. So Chad said, connecting with your customers through video. So Amy, go. Please. Go.
Yes. This is incredibly important right now. There's a really great quotation that HubSpot put out, and it's from some company, but it said something to the effect of, our new mantra is retention is the new acquisition, and helping is the new selling. And that, I feel like, it's just so true. Helping is the new selling is one of my new favorite quotations. But here's the reality. Every business in the entire country, and to some extent in the entire, over the globe, right? Their new brand story right now is their values. It doesn't really matter what messages you were sending out prior, and it doesn't really matter what messages you're going to be sending out after this crisis is sort of back to normal. Right now, your brand story is your values. So a great example of this is Disney. Disney, they're huge. I don't have to tell you, they're a huge corporation. And they had to close all of their locations, all of their parks, all of their resorts, which is, I think, one of the first times it's ever happened. I know it happened once in Japan when there was an earthquake, but for the most part, this is one of the first times it's ever happened. And so they had to reschedule or refund all of those people. They also had to put all their staff on furlough. Well, they're still paying all of their cast members. They're still paying all of them. And that is a huge message they're sending to the entire world about their values. They can't be Disney without acting on their values. And if they had not done that, they would have gotten so much press around the fact that they weren't paying their cast members. It would have been really detrimental to their brand story. They would have had to work for many more years to sort of gain back people's trust about what's really important to them, which is supposedly people. And so every business, small or large, is in the same position in which you have to act on your values now. If you've always said people are at the center, but you choose to just lay everyone off, which, given, right, everyone's in the same boat, and so sometimes that's what you have to do. But you have to find a way for your customers to see your values in action. And so if helping is the new selling, that means that all your messaging needs to be around how you can help them. You should be calling your customers and your prospects, honestly, just asking, how are you? What can we do for you? You should put some free resources together for them. We were seeing brands do this all over. Vogue's putting out a daily cooking class from major chefs all over the world. On Instagram, we can all think of dozens of examples of brands helping instead of selling. But you just have to remember that your brand story right now is your values. And so however you're going to act on that, and not just say it, you have to act on it. That's what's most important today. That's my advice.
That was excellent, Amy. It makes me think about when we were talking this morning, because here at Story we have a stand-up meeting every morning at the same time, everybody on the same page, and it's been really, really helpful for our company. It's actually something I recommend for any company, even if you're not open right now, that you would do that with the people on your team. consistency. But what we talked about was we said, okay, so we have live again today. We do it Thursday. But what we never talked about is what is our actual, not our goal for live, but what do we see, what can we define success as for
Hey,
our
Jen,
live session? Yeah.
you might want to unmute yourself and unmute yourself. There's a real high-pitched noise when you talk, which I'm not sure if that's a internet issue or if there's a sound issue on your end. Nope.
I'm not hearing anything. That's weird.
All right, we'll keep going.
Sorry, audience, if you're hearing this sound. I'll keep going, and hopefully the issue will. But we were talking about what does success look like for our lives, and the answer was really simple. Actually, Amy said it. Yeah, just if we could help like one person, if we could help one person, that would be totally worth it to do this live session. And I thought that was right on. But so that takes me back to my answer for this question. What is the marketing thing you should be doing to retain what you don't do? And I think what you don't do is actually try and push sales. That's what you don't do. And I've seen it. I've seen like, it's almost like a desperation of please buy something, please buy something. I'm gonna run this special and this special. I'm gonna extend my specials, and a lot of people are doing that. And I'm not saying it's not a good idea to extend your specials and stuff like that. What I am saying though is don't pandemicize your brand. Don't take this opportunity and take advantage of people and try and get their stimulus money, trying to sell as much as you can, even if like you're not making what the quota you need right now in your sales, whatever it is. I know it's a scary time, but like you have to think about the big picture here and what message you're sending. That's my number one advice. Don't pandemicize your brand. Don't make your product into just a commodity that you're going to see in an ad on Facebook, okay? Make sure that you are thinking through how you're trying to help people and not just trying to sell. So that's my advice for today. You guys have anything else to add?
I think we were talking, about this earlier, obviously, and what came to mind for me was there's a local coffee shop here that I love, really, really great people, and they're right in the center of downtown, and so they went out to some other big brands in downtown that are being especially affected by closings, and they said, hey, let's put a box together. We can call it a downtown box, and we can sell that, and we'll all get profits from it. We can all promote it. We can use our mutual networks. And I felt like that was such a great solution for them because it feels like for me on the buying side, it feels a little bit social good. I'm like, yeah, I'm helping them out / treating myself. But they're not just trying to sell. They're not just putting out like obnoxious ads and discounts on their coffee just to get people to come in. They're providing a way to let their audience help them, while also providing a way, it's like a mutually beneficial sort of sell. And so I thought that was a really great example of how to sell something when you have to.
I thought that was super cool story you told us earlier today too about this package that one local shop has added 6 or 7 other businesses to and said, we're going to sell a package, but it's whole neighborhood's product. It was so cool of a story. I see it on the flip side, like bad examples. I'm like clothing company, I guess. But they slapped. I got their catalog yesterday, and they had changed out the cover because of everything going on. So instead of saying like vacation outfits, it said staycation outfits. I was like, these are totally vacation outfits for the beach. What am I going to do in my living room with this bathing suit? Like it was ridiculous. And like I understood, why they did it, but it just was not really a great example. of how businesses can meet the needs of customers right now. So at this time, guys, what are your burning marketing questions? Do you have any marketing or sales problems that you need a solution to? Chad, why don't you take this moment and talk about our Jeopardy question again?
Cool. So I'm going to expand on it a little bit because it may have been confusing. What was the first, wait, sorry. What was the original title in the second draft of Star Wars 1977? What was the original title in the second draft? Because the first draft is Star Wars. So if you said Star Wars, then you get a 3 night stay, but that's not the answer. So, yeah, missed opportunity, right? Um, well, that's actually it's part of the title, but anyways, it's a long title, so yeah.
Um, I just want to take a second to say hi to a few people. I just want to say hi to Lacey Baird. So great to hear from you. Also Andy Walden, Darren Jackson, lots of people from all over the country. Super glad to see your names, not your faces. You're seeing my face. Sorry about that.
Okay, I got one question here for us. It is, are there any free or low cost marketing resources that might help my business right now? And they're talking about like tools or like, you know, for example, if HubSpot was free, like, are there any resources that businesses can use right now that are free or low cost? Whatever I just said.
Isn't part of HubSpot free?
Yeah, I was
Like
gonna say,
depending on what type you get.
yeah, we can actually give access to like a free account version of HubSpot that just has like a couple really great conversion capture tools in it. So that's something we can totally give to you. So if you give us your email, we can send that along. That's free and very helpful. We did put some video editing software in our links. One of those is called Spark. It's an Adobe product, and it's all online, and I really like it. There's also a really good app. I like that one because it comes with a ton of templates for both video and social images, and you can sort of have a heyday with designing and getting stuff out there, and again videos, but it's incredibly cheap. So that would be, and in fact they have a free version. It's just not so they have like a premium version. Premium access to like premium templates and then non-premium templates. So if you go free, you still get access to lots of really good stuff. So those come to mind to me.
Those are good ones. I'm personally like a huge fan of HubSpot and the tools they have, but also MailChimp has always been one of mine. I mean, for, forever I can remember using MailChimp, and they definitely have a free version, but what it comes down to is just use this opportunity to create an email list. Like that's not like you're gonna make money tomorrow kind of thing, but it's definitely a long-term solution that addresses everything that we talked about today already. We do have one more question from Jerry Bridges. Do you have one, Chad?
Oh no, I was gonna add on the MailChimp thing. They'll help you set up a domain too, your own custom domain for up to 5 years now, because of COVID-19. So yeah, I mean MailChimp is definitely an option for you guys.
Awesome. So our friend Jerry Bridges in Florida asks, do you have a method for pushing ad content through apps like Neighborhood or Nextdoor? Do you have a method for pushing ad content through apps like Nextdoor or Neighborhood? I'll put that in real quick, Amy.
I, for one, I haven't used those apps myself. I know about them. I know that a lot of them have rules, like communities have rules that use them around advertising. You can only put your ads in a specific channel that they've marked for advertising. So we can look it up really quick, but what I would say is probably there isn't any tool at this point anywhere that can do that, because there's not a great way for a tool, third-party tool, to connect with one of those apps and make sure that the ad is going in the right place that's sort of like allowed by individual communities. So
but
I don't know, yeah, go for it, Jen.
and I have seen some curated content go through the Nextdoor app. I've never used Neighborhood. I'll check it out, but I would assume, to be honest, that there is a way you can do that. I would also assume that there's probably not an app necessarily or a program that does display ads across, there's lots of programs out there that you can do display ads, you can do ads in blogs that appear in like specific kinds of content that matches your customer base. So there's lots of solutions for ads. What Jerry's talking about specifically is an ad that can reach like the Nextdoor app. Oh, you probably can't even see that because of the light, but I have I have all kinds of weird stuff that comes through my Nextdoor app that's definitely not local. So I would assume that there might be a way. I would check out AdRoll, ADROLL. I would check out WordStream, WORDSTREAM. And to be honest, there's a bunch other ones. And to wrap that up, I would also say that I would go to like an enterprise version of the Nextdoor on the Nextdoor website. I would look for like either business, enterprise, white label, something along those lines to see if they have a program in-house where you can do something like that. But excellent question.
Yeah, and even just doing some initial Googling, which I'm sure you have done, because you're like all of us and we just start Googling things. There are definitely some options out there. Story Collaborative doesn't have a solution for that, for really any experience doing those specific apps. But yeah, there are definitely solutions out there.
You should also check out Yelp. And I know that historically here at Story, because Yelp's values and our values don't really align completely, we haven't promoted Yelp to a lot of our customers. But I know that we do have some customers who are like, okay, I know you don't like Yelp, but I'm going to advertise there anyway. And so we helped them do it, and they had like great success on Yelp. So I'm just telling you that because you might like to look into it. All right, guys. So I guess we don't have anybody who really wants to win a 3-night hotel stay. Chad, what do you want to do?
Should I do another quick question from Star Wars, and whoever gets it right?
Here are my two ideas.
Go for it. Here's your two ideas. Go for it, Amy.
Okay, my two ideas are either the first person to share next time, or the first person right now to tag another business owner. So, guys, what do you think?
You guys, you better make up your mind.
Right.
Which one is it?
All right, tag.
Yeah,
first person to tag somebody right now. Now. Not tomorrow. Not then. Now.
So, Melissa, here's your chance. You didn't know about Star Wars, but you can totally tag another business owner in the comments, and then you're going to get that 3-night stay, which is pretty awesome. So
that's right.
Saying
3-night stay.
So the answer.
What is the answer to the question?
Not a rando hotel, but a hotel of your choice. The answer to the question is Adventures of the Star Killer, as taken from the Journal of the Wills. Saga 1, The Star Wars. So thank God they took all that crap out and said Star Wars. That's it. That's what it's going to be called.
What was the first part again?
Adventures of the Star Killer. So Luke Skywalker's original name used to be Luke Starkiller, and Luke used to be a girl who was like something Starkiller or something, and then there was an Anakin Starkiller, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there you go.
That's pretty bad.
So they got rid of that. And then they made a Death Star, right? A literal.
It just goes to show that a first idea doesn't have to be all great.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Better to get the idea out in the wild, and then clean it up a little bit and learn from your mistakes. That's why I make so many mistakes. Or at least
I
that's
am
how
a
I use
mistake. No.
Me
my
too. That's
excuses.
also why I purposefully make lots of mistakes.
I don't make mistakes. So,
That's how we learn.
okay, I just got a notification that Central Virginia Business Coalition, which apparently I follow them on Facebook, is doing a live video called "Bringing Cheer in a Rainy Day," and they're just doing a video out, probably at their building or something outside, and that's exactly what we're talking about. Just get yourself on video and do something nice for your customers, right, Chad?
Right. That's right. And then once again, this is not affiliated with Disney, but our S Plus Marketing Live episode has been brought to you by. Dun, 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 dun. Oh wait, that was Superman's theme. Sorry, John Williams buff here. Star Wars.
All right. Well, as we wait for a winner, we'll probably have to announce them next week, but that's okay. I want to go ahead and remind you that we are here same week, same time, same place. Next week we will be covering another 3 marketing things in our series, and I would love to pass it off to Amy to announce what we have coming up that might interest you.
Yeah, so one of the ways that we really wanted to help our customers was just help them kind of coach them through what their next steps are in all of this, right? There's a ton to work through and talk through, and there's a ton to learn from our peers. And so we've been doing this really great coaching group on Thursday afternoons. Right now, we're doing that with schools. And so if you're interested in joining that, it's not too late. Today, Chad and I are going to be talking about how to build an immersive virtual tour. So it's not just about hiring that 360 company to come out and like take videos of your empty building, but what else can you and should you be doing to sort of fill that gap since you're not having people physically come and tour? So that's what we're talking about today. Not too late to join. I'll put the link in, and we'd love to have you. We're
Hey,
getting
what's that link? Is it bit.ly slash?
Yeah, I just put it in the shared in thing, but it's bit.ly/bouncebackschools. bit.ly/bouncebackschools. I'm sure we're going to be doing another one of these coaching kind of a series of groups for more generic. So we'll let you guys know when that happens. Thank you, Chad. Incredibly helpful.
Sorry for my untidy scrawl.
Cool. Well, thank you, Amy. I did want to follow up with Jerry Bridges really quickly because I did just find an enterprise business version for Nextdoor available in every neighborhood in the U.S. So you might be able to do that. But anyway, same place, same time next week. We hope to see you and have a great rainy Thursday. Bye, guys.
Bye,
And may the
everybody.
force be with you.